Joy, your thoughts on where Kolkata possibly lost it? Was it the fact that they just didn't have that fifth bowler, or when they should have used him?
See, I was looking at the analysis, and that fifth bowler that they had, that means a combination of Nitish Rana and Venkatesh Iyer, went in 2.4 overs. They went, 3.3 overs. They went 3 overs. They went for 31 odd runs. So 37. Is it 37?
Yeah.
30 and 7. Yeah, 37.
One for 30, yeah.
Yeah. So that 37, I think, it's a crucial factor. And the other fact is you're not putting any pressure. You're taking pressure rather than putting in pressure. Now look at that same analysis. If you had listen to what Harsha was saying and say Shakib was there. How could you have played these resources around differently? And there is a definite issue. The number of balls that Tim Seifert got, given the fact that there were so many batsmen, Sunil Narine could also have hit the ball, and what they could have done with another bowler out here. I think Kolkata is going to look at this and say, we definitely missed a trick. I mean, of course, Punjab it's whether the way they've been playing all this while and what they've been doing all this while, still contrived to almost muddle up this one as well. They lost one with 4 to take in the last over. They tried very hard to lose this one as well, but finally they stumbled across the finish line.
The other question, Harsha, again, before we come to the catch, is given what you had on the park, okay, you've made your selection issue, you've got Seifert, he hasn't had enough balls. Now you're walking into this bowling unit with the fifth bowler. They didn't try and bring in a Nitish Rana in the first 10. Then when they had the option at the end, could they not have used up the fifth bowler the moment Aiden Markram was dismissed, for example?
Look, the moment you crossed the 15th, 16th over, you could not afford a big over because they kept it down to 9 and over. I think it was 36 of the last 4. They kept it down to 9 and over. The moment it came there, your best chance was that my 3 bowlers will take it to about 15 of the last over, maybe get a couple of wickets, 15 of the last over, then I'll see if my fifth bowler can defend. But if that fifth bowler had come in early and conceded the sort of 13, 14, at that point, the game was over. So they had to finish that fifth bowler earlier. I think there was dew there. And you could see them wiping the ball. I think that's why he finished Chakravarti early. Because otherwise, you always wanted 1 over from Chakravarti around 16, 17. He finished Chakravarti early. I think that was the reason. He was worried about the dew, so he finished Chakravarti early, hoping he can get a wicket. But that fifth bowler came back to haunt him. And it's exactly what we said. We're not trying to be wise after the event. But if you want to pick a side that's batting that deep and bowling so thin, then they were 15 short. They had to outbat the opposition completely. So with the side they picked, 165 was not enough. Some other day, 165 might have been enough. The other thing is they missed even more. We're talking about Shakib. They missed Lockie Ferguson because Southey's gone 4 overs 40. Southey's an outstanding red ball bowler. Over 10 overs, if there's a little bit of movement for the ball, Southey's all right. But Southey's 4 overs 40. So I think they missed Ferguson a lot, and I guess they didn't have a choice with the injuries.
And what Harsha said, Joy, was something it's not about being wise after the event. We reacted the moment the toss happened. Hang on, where is the fifth bowler? In conclusion, if there is no fifth bowler, is there the extra insurance for a little bit of dew and no fifth bowler? And that insurance wasn't there. So Owen Morgan, maybe he's just putting on a brave face, said he thought he had a pass score, Joy.
Look, I don't believe the pass score business. The second thing is they've used Nitish Rana up front in the first 6 many times in the past. It's not that there's something they haven't tried. They've done it in the past. They've done it pretty often. So they could have easily slipped in a bowler. If they've slipped in an over in the top 6, they had a chance. Secondly, Venkatesh Iyer has done wonderfully for them, even with the ball. But has he bowled so much with the ball with dew? For the control, for a guy who's already a fifth bowler, then expecting him to control the ball with that much of dew on it, I think you're expecting too much of the kid. And look, face it, at this point in time, the only people who delivered for Kolkata were the kids, were the outsiders. The Venkatesh Iyers, the Nitish Ranas, all these kids. The Rahul Tripathi held a lovely catch. All these were the guys who stood up. So in some way, I find it very ironic that Brendan McCullum's philosophy of encouraging youth and giving them their head has worked. But when the youth got their chance, the senior guys, with the possible exception of Sunil Narine, just didn't give them the support.